Sex is the strongest leverage women hold over weak men. Let's not sugarcoat this. Sex is the strongest leverage women hold over weak men. It's her weapon, her trump card. And if you don't understand this game, you'll end up on your knees, begging for the very thing you should be in control of. That's the dark reality. See, a woman knows exactly what she's sitting on, and she knows the power it gives her over men who can't control themselves. She'll withhold sex when she wants to punish you. She'll ration it when she wants to train you like a pet. She'll use it as a bargaining chip when she wants to manipulate your decisions. And most men, they fold. They fall right in line. They negotiate for intimacy like peasants begging for scraps at a king's table. Understand this. A woman doesn't need to raise her voice. She doesn't need to argue. And she doesn't need to fight when she knows your weakness. All she has to do is lock her legs, and you'll bend yourself into a pretzel trying to earn access again. And this is why most men lose, because they pedestalize sex. They think it's the prize, when in reality, it's the baseline of male-female connection. They treat it like it's sacred, like it's something rare and untouchable, forgetting that nature literally designed her to give it. The problem isn't women. The problem is weak men who let themselves be ruled by lust. The second she senses you're desperate for it, she's got you. She now owns the frame. She knows you'll cave. She knows you'll bend. And once you cave, once you prove you're willing to give up your standards, your pride, or your mission just to get laid, you've already lost the game. You're not a man in control anymore. You're her puppet. You're living on her terms, playing her game, and waiting for her to decide when you get fed again. That's not intimacy. That's not partnership. That's servitude. Here's the cold reality. Sex has always been a woman's natural leverage. Men build empires chasing it. Men go broke trying to buy it. Men destroy their families cheating for it. Wars have been fought over it. And women know this. They don't need to study psychology books to figure it out. It's instinct. They can smell when you're weak for it. They test you with it. They measure your strength by how you respond to it. That's why discipline is everything. A man without discipline is doomed. Without it, you're not in a relationship. You're in captivity. You'll start compromising your mission, your vision, your self-respect, just to keep access to her body. And here's the sick twist. The more you show her you need it, the less she respects you for it. Because no woman truly admires the man she can control with her body. She admires the man who can take it or leave it. She admires the man who doesn't beg. She admires the man who sees sex as part of the package, not the whole damn deal. That's why I say, pipe and swipe. Handle your business. Enjoy the intimacy when it's mutual, but never pedestalize it. Because the moment she realizes you can live without it, she loses the weapon. She loses the leverage. Suddenly, she can't use sex to control you anymore. And when that happens, you take the throne back. You regain the power. That's when the dynamic flips. And she has to bring more than just her body to the table. She has to bring peace. She has to bring respect. She has to bring loyalty and feminine energy. Because sex is no longer enough to hold you. That's when you know you've broken free of the trap that swallows most men. Weak men think discipline means deprivation. Strong men know discipline means freedom. The man who can't walk away from sex is controlled by it. The man who can walk away owns himself. Think about how many men you've seen destroyed because they couldn't control this weakness. Careers lost, reputations ruined, families destroyed, legacies thrown in the trash, all because they couldn't master their hunger. They got caught cheating. They got trapped in toxic relationships. They wasted years with women who drained them. Not because those women were magical, but because those men were weak. They let their thirst rule them. They thought with the wrong head. And that's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. Sex, in the hands of a weak man, is the most destructive force in his life. She becomes your weakness. She becomes your downfall. She becomes your destruction. And once you're in that cycle, once she knows she's got you by the balls, there's no limit to how far she can push you. So here's the bottom line, brothers. The only way out of this trap is discipline of the mind, nothing else. You can't buy your way out. You can't talk your way out. You can only control yourself out. Discipline strips her of the leverage. Discipline forces her to respect you. Discipline makes you untouchable. When she knows she can't use sex to control you, She has no choice but to show up differently. She has to meet you with respect, with peace, with genuine value beyond her body. And that's how you win. Not by begging, not by negotiating, not by letting lust run your life. You win by mastering yourself. You win by refusing to be a slave to the one thing every woman is built to give. Sex might be her strongest weapon, but discipline is the shield that makes you untouchable. Without it, you're prey. With it, you're king. At the end of the day, it all comes down to one question. Will you be the man who begs for crumbs or the man who owns himself? Because sex is leverage only against the weak. Against the disciplined, it loses all its power. The choice is yours.